Thank you for following us. Again, this is Frederick. I'm in technology, I'm in cyber security. I'm also in digital forensics. And I also mentor young people in business and entrepreneurship. Our focus today is on web development. And we want to have a look at what does it take for one to be a web developer, or rather maybe a web designer, and what opportunities are there, and the training opportunities for someone who wants to qualify to be a web engineer, a web specialist. And just to simplify for our users on what we mean, or by what we mean when we talk of web, this is the internet. It's the basic, the internet. And anything that is going to run on the internet, which is going to be served to the public through a computer that has a standard software by the name of a browser, something like Mozilla, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and such things. And what does it take for you to be a web developer or a web designer? You first need to have the right mindset. You first need to have passion. If you have no passion for web, you cannot be able to succeed. And when we talk of being a web developer, a web specialist, a web designer, we are referring to the fact that you can be able to create websites that can be able to be accessed by the public, by people, by customers. You can be able to create web portals. People can be able to register, people can be able to log in, people can be able to read companies' information, emails on the internet as well. You can be able to optimize or rather market the websites for other customers. And you can also be able to add security layers. You can be able to secure web applications for customers. So you need to have the passion. You need to love the web because it has a lot of things that you have to move around. You have to understand programming languages. You have to understand scriptings. Things like JavaScript. You have to understand like PHP, which is a programming language. You have to understand about servers. Servers, we have Apache. We have Internet Information Server. We have Tomcat. All these are web servers. This is basically something that waits for someone to access. Let's say you get into a hotel, you sit down, you wait for someone to serve you. That is how the web scenario works. And these files are hosted somewhere, remotely in a domain. What is a domain name? A domain name is a representation of a company on the internet. If your company is called XYZ, you register a domain called XYZ. So if it is .ke, well, if it is .com, if it is .org, so it depends with your preferences. And the reason why we are also going to touch on .ke is because we are also accredited registrars for .ke, which is managed by KENIC, which is Kenya Network Information Center, based at the Communications Authority. So you need to apply for the license. That is, if you want to sell domain and make money through the web. So what does it take? Like when we provide trainings through Fremtech College of Technology, our students are not only trained on web, they are trained on how to run and manage a business of the web. How is it done? First, they are trained technically, how to run servers, how to install databases, how to install applications, how to manage servers, how to install digital certificates to be able to secure the website that they are going to create for their customers. And when we do that, then a process that can take even like a month. From there, we also now take you through a process of domain registration. How do you become a registrar of domains? We guide you on how to acquire a license from KENIC. We also guide you on how to be doing .com domains. For instance, you can be able to use something like Namecheap. Namecheap, you can be able to buy domains at a cheaper price and then sell to customers. A domain can cost $10. You can charge a customer $20. You have already made $10, yeah? Which is going to facilitate the cost of the server. What do you need to be able to have a server? What do you need to be able to register domains? You need to have things like name servers. How do you acquire them? How do you register them? You need to sell like digital certificates. Where do you buy them from? Who gives you a license to be able to resell these SSL certificates? So these are the things that we train the students, and we also put in the component of entrepreneurship. So the student must attend at least a 1-week course on entrepreneurship, where we teach them now how to manage customers, how to look for customers. Do you use social media? Do you use videos like what we are using right now? Do you go face to face? Do you use the customers who are already existing to be referrals so that you can get other new customers? Do you create free websites, so that you can be able to win these customers? After you make for them the websites, what do you need to do to be able to promote their website? Because many customers have websites, but people don't know that they exist. Is it the failure from the customer, or is it the failure from the one who developed the web? So for you to be a web developer, you first need to have the right skills. You need to have the right mindset. You need to understand about the technology trends. Now we are in blockchain. Now we are in artificial intelligence. How is artificial intelligence going to impact on things of web development? You need to understand all that. And then you have to keep practicing. You have to keep practicing. Do you need to use a content management system like Joomla, like WordPress? Do you need to learn how to code from scratch? Do you need to learn on frameworks? Because there are free frameworks which are out there that will help you to build websites without necessarily understanding how to code from scratch. Something like Cake PHP. Can be able to cook or cake, web applications that are going to run on the web. You also must understand about mobile, because when you have a web application, it must be able to run very well on a mobile phone. Why? Almost 60-70% of people, they access the website through their mobile phones. So you must understand at least how do you make sure that you optimize your website so that it's going to run well or rather in a mobile platform, and it will not bring errors. So what happens is that you are taught on how to register .coms, .org, which are called now GTLD, which is global top level domain. The other for .ke are called CCTLD, country code top level domain. It means like .ke, which is Kenya, .tz, which is Tanzania, .za, which is South Africa. So there are advantages of you having a .ke than having a .com. For instance, if you have a .ke and the fiber is cut maybe at the Indian Ocean, your website are still going to resolve. They are going to run. Why? The traffic, depending on where you have hosted the website. If the website is hosted locally and you have a .ke, you stand a chance for your website to be up and running as compared to .com if it's hosted in the US and also the registrars, the main registrars are in the US. Your website may not be able to run and maybe be able to be accessible through the browser. This is a portal that when you are given the license by Kenik, this is a portal that they give you so that you can log in. They sell a domain, let's say at XYZ amount. Then you have to charge the customer some amount so that you make some profit, because it's a real business. And a young person can be able to capitalize on such platforms. Why? They are going to make an extra coin, irrespective of whether they are in school, whether they are working somewhere. They can be able to just learn some skills on this. Why? The web is not going away. The web is increasing every day, because every person, they want someone to have access to their business through the internet. So many web developers, web designers, search engine optimization experts are needed on a daily basis. And this is something that you just need internet connection for you to work perfectly. And you need to have like a server, a virtual private server. So these are people who have already acquired some data centers, then they have acquired servers. Then what you do is you just need to connect to them, and you're able now to purchase a standard server. Like if you look at this, you can have a server that has a specification of 1 GB in terms of memory, and you get it at $5 per month. Another one, $10. So what happens? You sign up with the minimum. Then as your business grows, probably you are running a blog, you are just running a normal website. As the business grows, you now keep on increasing, because the requirements keeps on increasing, as you can see. And I don't think $5 is a lot of money that will enable you to be accessible out there. So you just acquire a virtual private server. You also acquire a domain, for instance, at $10. So with $15, you are good to go. You can like start a blog, start something on your area of expertise. That before you know it, you have already built a traffic, and you have built an audience for your own or for your business. The process of learning takes roughly between a month and 3 months. And within 3 months, you can comfortably say, I can be able to build something from scratch. Maybe you can use a content management system. Then you can build something from scratch all the way up to a finished product. Then at the end of it, we also give you a free .ke domain. We also provide you with a virtual private server for a period of about 2 months, so that you can be able to know how to upload your websites, how to optimize, how to look for customers, how to connect to other different web and online services. And because of this, we have a boot camp on 22nd of June. It will be on a Saturday. It will be starting from 9 up to around 2 or 2:30. And we invite people to sign up, young people, even those who feels that they can be able to acquire some of these skills and knowledge, so that they can improve on whatever they do day to day, or they want to have a side hustle business on the web. They are invited to come, and it's free of charge. We'll have different experts, someone to talk on business management, the entrepreneurship side of web, and also the technical side. And if you have a machine, a laptop, just come with it, so that you can be able to set up some of these platforms in your machine. Spread this, share with your friends and colleagues who you think can be able to benefit from such. And above all, check out our website, fremtechcollege.com. You can send an email. You can also get to us through our number, which is 0743 226 646, and we'll be able, and more than happy to welcome you. And our center is based in Kikuyu Town, which is along Southern Bypass. We have a full training lab there, and it has computers and all those things that you can try on for your own skills. Thank you for paying attention. God bless you.